Hi, Phil Schoenberg, Fast Pitch Power. One of our followers asked a question if we could show the difference between a wrist twist pitcher and a finger tuck pitcher. And I think I know what this particular viewer is looking to distinguish between. But sometimes I have to do a little bit of interpretation because from one area to another, sometimes different descriptions are used, different language is used. But I'm going to try to address what Fred was asking as it relates specifically to curveballs. When we talk about wrist twists, and some advanced pitchers, even some of our advanced pitchers, will deliver their curveball in this fashion. They'll come, they'll put their bodies and their throw zone in a curveball delivery position, and as they come around the throw zone, they're going to take their wrists or their hands from pointing upward to pointing downward and using their entire arms, I'll show you this way so you can see the spacing here, to come across the ball and create that kind of spin. Let me stop here for a moment and remind everybody that a true movement pitch is all about the spin. You're creating as tight and fast a spin as you possibly can to have a pressure gradient differential. I don't want to get too technical here, so that the ball will actually move and not just be pulled from one side of the pitching lane to the other side of the pitching lane. So one of the ways to do it, and it can be very effective, especially for advanced, stronger pitchers, is to get themselves into curveball position and bring their whole arms, forearms, hands, fingers around the outside of the ball, and their hands end up down in this position at their destination, which for us, the way we teach, is the top of the pocket. Now, a lot of advanced pitchers like that because the movement of the hand around the ball and over the ball creates movement in two planes. We teach a drop curve a little bit differently than that, but very similarly. And the drop curve is a great pitch for a right-hand pitcher, even a left-hand pitcher, but especially for a right-hand pitcher because the ball does move in two planes. It will go from side to side and it will go from up to down. And even if you miss one component of that, there's still a pretty good chance that the ball is going to move. So a drop curve or a curve ball that's thrown in that fashion is an excellent way to throw a movement pitch. Now, what we teach younger pitchers is a little bit different. And this is what I think is the difference that Fred is discussing between a finger tuck and a wrist turn that is going to bring your hand around and over the top of the ball. I'm going to come a little bit closer and show you when you're utilizing your fingers, 4, 3, 2, 1, how much spin I can get on the ball without any forearm movement, without any wrist movement, just by using a finger tuck method. 4, 3, 2, 1. That puts a lot of additional spin on the ball that will help your pitch really, really bite. So when I get in position to throw a curveball, and this is a much, as Fred had pointed out, is a much easier way for our younger pitchers to learn to throw a true curveball, and he's indicating that his experience in this is his pitchers are getting a lot of tight spin and explosive spin and great movement on their pitches, so that speaks for itself. We'll get into, I'll do it from the side first, we'll get into our curveball position, palm is up, fingers outside the ball, but instead of using my whole arm to come around outside the ball to create that spin, I'm going to keep my throw zone very short, and I am going to utilize my forearm from the elbow down, my wrist in a sideways direction with my fingers outside the ball, and my finger tuck, 4, 3, 2, 1, to create as much of that spin as I possibly can in the throw zone. Because of the limited size of the throw zone, because of the utilization of just the forearm pretty much to deliver the pitch, and how quick I'm getting down that throw zone because of its size to my destination. Again, I'll show you from here. I'm going to get into curveball position. I'm doing my circle. I'm getting to the back of the throw zone, and I'm going to use my forearm fire, my finger tuck, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to drive through, and I'm going to create a tremendous amount of spin that's going to make that ball bite late, going down the pitching lane and going into the strike zone. So I'm pretty sure that this is the issue that Fred wanted discussed, and I'm pretty sure that when he's talking about wrist twist and finger tuck, that is what he's talking about as it relates to a curveball. They are both functional methods of delivering the pitch, and depending upon what you're comfortable with, depending upon how advanced you are as a pitcher, how strong you are in your entire arm from your shoulder down to your fingertips. And one of the reasons that we really like to teach that forearm method is because the forearm from the elbow down, just like in forearm fire, I'm not using my whole arm to try to push my hand down the throw zone, but I'm using my lower arm, my forearm, elbow leads, forearm leg, and firing my forearm down. I can move my arm or my lower arm a lot faster than I can my entire arm from my shoulder. So we like the method of, I think, what Fred is calling finger tuck, in order to teach young pitchers how to get true movement on their pitch. When they learn a drop curve, that's when they can incorporate, even in our method, they can incorporate the movement this way, and then the turnover late of the hand that will allow that ball to move in two planes and become a drop curve instead of a straight curve, and make you a much more effective pitcher. I hope this has answered Fred's question, and Fred felt that this was something that would benefit all of our viewers, and I hope it has for you. I would love to hear your comments. Please let us know what your experience is in this. Talk to you next time.